Hi Raunak, thank you so much for joining us. How are you doing?
Hi Bhavya, I'm good. How are you?
I am great, thank you. So first of all, I want you to, I want you to introduce yourself to us. Like, tell us a little bit about yourself, your family background, and your educational background.
Okay. So my name is Raunak Kumar and I'm basically from Patna, Bihar. So I completed my graduation in computer science and engineering in 2021. After that, I joined Cognizant as a junior software engineer. And coming to my family, both my parents are in government services, and I have a younger brother who is also an engineer.
So nice. Like, what made you to transition from, to a different path? Like you told, your parents are in the government sector, and now you're in data science. So what's the reason behind it?
Okay, so like while I was working in Cognizant, there was like similar work related to data field only.
Okay.
So while working there, I got interested to like know more about this field. So first I like researched on my own, like how is this field? What are all the jobs available in this? So while researching, I got interested. So after that, I decided to like pursue a role in this domain only. So
Gotcha.
that's why I
Great. Got it. So, what's your current role and where are you working?
So I am working as a senior MIS executive at Swiggy. Yeah.
Perfect. So, how was your interview process for this role? Like, was it difficult? How were the rounds? What was the difficulty level? What was the number of rounds? And how was your preparation for that?
Okay. So like in Swiggy, we had total of 3 rounds. Okay. So like in the first round, the interview was taken by my manager only, my current manager. So in the first round, it was a technical round. So she started off with some guesstimate type of questions, like to check how you think about a problem, how you approach a problem. So started off with that kind of problem. Later on, she like asked about me, what my previous job role was. So little bit of about that. So in 5 to 7 minutes, it was done for the brief intro of mine. After that, she moved to technical aspects. So she started off with SQL. So in SQL, from basic till advanced, she asked me like multiple questions. So like this was pretty much it in the first round. Later on in the second round, it was taken by my manager itself only. The second round also. So in that round, she asked me about some projects which I did earlier in Odin School or like my own projects also. So I described her about the projects, and like she asked me little bit more questions about EDA part, like how do we extract data and the questions related to data, and like gave me a brief of what the job role is about and how should I like approach the work setting environment in the current position. So she gave me a brief of like I would say it was an interview as well as some briefing session for me, for me also. So both of these things happened in the second round. Later on, in the third round, I had a meeting with the general manager of that team. So it was basically a behavioral round, I would say, and HR, both of these things combined. So she like asked me about my personality only. So she was checking how like I would be a fit or not in this company. So she started off with behavioral question like how, which is, what are my strengths, weaknesses, what uh, are the previous achievement which I have achieved, and how should I like see this new role, and what is my expectation from this role. So that kind of question, basic questions. So all in all, there were 3 rounds in total in Sweden. Yeah.
So, how's your experience with Oden School overall?
So in Odin School, I had a pretty interesting experience, I would say. So like I would mention few things which I liked most about Odin School. So firstly, like after live session, we have a session called doubt clarification session. So if you have any doubts or if you want to know more about something, we can always like join Odin schools like a doubt clarification session. Apart from that, if you are studying on our own, like if we came across any doubt, there is a team which is which like solves all your doubts related to the current courses which are going. Like you have a email support also. So 24/7 you can send an email. So that is like a good part. Apart from that, like when we are preparing for interviews, they have a team dedicated to like mock interviews. So we have sessions of mock interviews which are in general like happen every week, like on Saturday and Sunday. So if we like get shortlisted in a company, we have option of like opting a mock interview dedicated to that job role itself. So in that we can set up an environment where we can like get to know more about the interview, like from a job role perspective. So that eases us from like not getting anxious at the main interview, and we feel more confident about it. So these two things I like. These things helped me a lot when I was preparing. So,
Amazing. So, in your journey, how did Odin play an important role? I understand that you told what you like, but what is one thing that you felt this is very different? I did not see this anywhere, and this really helped me to get that job. Do you have any specific, part of Odin like that?
okay, so the curriculum starts from very basic. Like if you are a non-tech grad also, it starts from very basic. So you like get a grasp of the basics till advanced. So it is easy for everyone, if even if you are non-tech student also. And apart from that, after the like the curriculum, there is a dedicated support for you, like based on your strengths. In like suppose you have 5 skills, so based on your strengths, like they will shortlist you like for the profiles. Like if you are good in SQL or Python, so based on that, they will arrange a meeting, ask more about it, and they will shortlist you based on that profile also. So this is the first thing which I liked. And apart from that, like if you are an experienced candidate, so based on your previous profile also, they will try to like gather more information about the new job roles related to that also. So you can, if you are trying to upskill in that domain itself, it is very easier for you to transition. So that's a good thing.
Absolutely. So, how's your relationship with the instructors in Odin School? How's your
I think
experience with
they are
that?
very, yeah. So I think they are very helpful in like everything. Even in the live classes also, if you have doubt, you can ask in between. And later on, like even if you're stuck in something, the like the team behind the doubt clarification session, they will like continuously help you with all the doubts and clear, give you even the resources for to prepare for it. So like they have a third hand support even if you're studying alone. So I think it is a good thing.
I'm so happy that, I'm glad that your experience with Odin was great. So, I want to ask you one last question. So, if you had to give one advice to all the Odin
Yeah.
grads, what would that
So the one advice I would give is to be a little more patient with this domain and be persistent with your like learnings. Whatever you are learning, keep revising it. And secondly, I would say be more like keep more focus on your resume and the ATS like it should be ATS friendly. So if you have a very good resume and it is not ATS friendly, there is a huge chance you will not get shortlisted. So in this field, I have seen that even if you're applying daily, there's a very less chance of you getting a call from companies. So you have to be very patient about it and try to be like persistent. That's all I would say.
Thank you so much, Raunak, for giving us your time. It was really great talking.
Yeah, thank you for having me.